Hello guys. In this video I'm going to introduce compression and what it means. It's a term from gymnastics, and I'll also cover a common mistake in the performance. Compression is the act of drawing the legs into the upper body by using the hip flexors. So it's a hip flexor strength exercise at the end range of motion, and it can often lead to cramps. So most important cues is to begin with creating the legs you want. You want legs where the feet are pointed, the knees are locked, maybe even that the heels are lifted off the ground. And this is the structure that you're going to lift and keep holding throughout the set. So I'm going to place my arms, maybe, and pre-tense my abs and lift up, not letting go of the knees. I'll show from the side. 1, 2, 3. So kind of quick pulses. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And even doing these 10, actually I'm close to cramping in my thigh. So it can be very nice to just stretch a little bit. It's very normal that it cramps. It's not dangerous. In fact, it's predictable that it's going to cramp. The reason why is that the muscles are working at the end range of motion, and the rectus femoris being shortened maximally with a straight knee and a flexed hip. So getting a cramp here is normal, or maybe in the TFL muscle, the tensor fasciae latae muscle, which also helps compress. Don't worry about cramping, you just have to learn to deal with it and suck it up. Being a hip flexor exercise, a common mistake happening a lot is that people will use their spine to lift the legs. See how I'm flexing my spine as I lift. I do this so that I can artificially lift my legs and feel like I'm compressing, but in reality, if I'm moving my spine back, I'm creating space that I can fill with the leg. But the compression drill is all about closing space. So I want to keep my spine right there. Lifting very honestly from the hip flexors. There are 2 ways to make sure that you're not using your spine, but that you're using the hips. One way is to sit against a wall when you do your compression exercises. Sitting up against the wall makes compensation impossible. The other way you can make sure you're doing honest compression is to have something behind you that can fall. And as you set up for your exercise, getting ready to perform it, you have to make sure that object doesn't fall. So if I'm too much, if I want to give extra like this, it's a way of getting feedback that I'm being too greedy and using my spine instead of my hips for compression. It's very common when people do split legs. People are very surprised by how difficult it is to lift the legs when the legs come apart. So if you're doing split leg compression, then take these exercises with you, have something behind you, use the wall so that you make sure that you're flexing the hips actually in the exercise and that you're not rocking. The principles are exactly the same as if you have legs together. So that was my intro to compression. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.